welcome back everybody. This is Dave with AllamHouse. Hey, I'm excited you're here today to check out this video. We did some crazy things this weekend. It was a long weekend, but a very productive weekend. If you don't know about my wife, she is a seamstress. She has her own business, AllamHouse Creative. If you go to allamhouse.com, click on Creative, you'll see all of the things that she makes, normally for babies, new families, toddlers even, that type of thing. But there's a shortage right now in the medical field of masks. My mom is actually a cardiac nurse. She reached out and said, hey, can you help us out? We want to get some custom masks made that we can wear over top of our existing ones. They need to be washable. They need to fit over top of our current mask because they're being asked to reuse their mask day after day. So when you're a cardiac nurse and you deal with things around the heart, sometimes you might get things splashed up during a case, and normally they would throw the mask away, and they're being asked to reuse that. So we came up with a design. My wife spent some R&D time and came up with this design for these masks that can fit over top of the normal mask. It fits both styles of masks. They've got a duckbill one, they've got the N95 one, and these things have some great features to it, which you'll see in just a minute. Some really nice stitching on the straps, and really just a quality. It's a double ply material, and these are washable, they're cotton. So she put these together, and I was able to help her out making these. Not making these. There was no table saw or nail gun involved, so I didn't really get to help make them. But cutting, I told her I can cut things, so put me to work. Anyway, we got some footage of that, so I want to take you through some of the features that she stuck in this. But watch this, and we'll show you how we put them together, and we'll catch you guys at the end. As we get started, we've got some white material that had to be cut on an angle, and so I started out cutting those. My wife had already put together a number of the base portion of the masks. And so the process gets me making these white strips that get put together. Now here's an actual finished product of a mask. This mask is double layered and can fit over top of the N95 mask or the standard mask that is used in an operating room and a hospital. But you can see the straps, that's the white material that I've been working on. But these have a pretty creative design here that we'll show you in just a second. So these masks are all cotton material. Some have some fleece on them, but we've got an opportunity here to put a paper clip up into the top area. She left a hole that is stitched, and it's kind of tucked away and hidden, but it's right in there. It's stitched nicely so that you can fit a paper clip up into the top rim. And this allows you, just like a standard mask would, where you can actually bend it and it'll keep the shape around your nose. And those are removable so that you can wash this material. So the process, I cut the white strips and then handed them to my wife, who worked all of the magic, and she would actually attach them to get them to the right length. This was making it so that the ends of the white material did not fray, even though they were going to be stitched and all, but they wouldn't fray because they were cut on a cross pattern. My job then was to take all of these, all of the seams, and I would measure out and cut to length. So we would iron this thing down, fold it in half, and this was setting things up for her to be able to take the next step. So this was a rinse and repeat job here, where we just, I think we probably did 130 of these white strips. The next step included her taking the strips that were folded in half. She now had a good seam to work with, and she would get these stitched on the initial time to the actual mask itself. And at the end of this, she had a large pile of all the masks with the initial stitching on them. Now she went back and had to fold these back over, stitch the other side, and do some edge bindings and such to get them to be usable and functional. In the end, we have glorious victory of a bunch of masks. This was actually over 60 masks that she was able to put together just in a weekend, and they have various different designs. Nurses typically like to wear their scrubs and other things in various colors to represent themselves so that they don't all look the same, but this gave some variety. It was a great project. It was one that I started out helping her cut with, and she did all the finish work on. She did a great job, and they're really going to be going to a great cause to help these people on the front lines. All right, well, there's a quick look into these masks. Over 60 masks, I think 63 masks we made during the weekend, and really it was a blast to help out. I'm done sitting still though and ironing and cutting. I got to get on to some bigger things. But if you want to check out more of what my wife is doing again, take a look at AllamHouse.com and go to Creative, and you can see some of the amazing things that she's normally making with her seamstress skills. Well, that's it for now. We'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.